So, hello everyone. Welcome to another Brilliant Businesses podcast. I'm here today with Mike Penfold from Longridge Print. I think Longridge have been printed in Crowborough in East Sussex for over 50 years now. So there's a big legacy there, and Mike knows what he's doing. So, Mike, it's good to see you. Hopefully you can perhaps start off by telling us a bit about how you got into the print industry.
It was a bit of a mistake, really. I was at college doing my A levels, and we had a bit of a change of plan. And one of my dad's friends turned around and asked if I wanted to go and do a bit of summer work at our printers, which I did. I quite liked art at the time, and my first job was as a photolithographer, which included a bit of art. I went in, did a couple of weeks and really enjoyed it, and was offered an apprenticeship, which at the time seemed like a really good idea. And, you know, that was in the early 90s. And print was a really good place to be at that moment in time. It was, the unions were very strong and things were very good. And the amount of money we were getting paid was unbelievable. Things have changed somewhat for the better as well, I think. In today's market, and technology is moving so quickly. But so I did an apprenticeship in lithography, which was the graphic arts side of it all. So the very makeup of the printing industry in the very beginning of it. And then from there on, I moved in the mid 90s when everything turned to computers and page makeup and Apple Macs. Yeah. It just felt like sitting in front of a computer all day, which wasn't what I really wanted to do at that moment in time. So I moved across from the actual production side into sales. From there on in, I was selling for small printers in London. I moved from there in 1999, and I joined Longridge in 99. Something I did off my own back. I'd always worked with people that I knew or had been tied to in some way from my apprenticeship. And then this was sort of a new thing, really. So, totally off my own back. Yep. Joined Longridge in 99. In 2004, I joined as the sales manager, In 2004, I became the sales director. In 2006, I took some shares at ownership in the business. And in 2012, I took a full partnership. And then in 2019, I took full ownership of the business. It's been a long journey, quite a fun journey. All the way from an apprenticeship all the way through to being the managing director. Not sure which part of it I love the best, the apprenticeship or being the managing director, but you know, it is what it is. And it going from strength to strength. The industry itself has changed dramatically. It's such a different industry to what it was before. Yep. It's a much better industry now, I believe, because it's much more tailored to the client, whereas before it was a bit of a black art. So, now we can pretty much do anything that any client wants. We can print on anything and do anything that they want us to do. So, that's the story.
Yeah, no, it's a really inspiring story. I like those stories where people getting into an industry and they realize they can do a really good job and they end up buying the company. I mean, that's pretty impressive. That's really cool, Mike. So how are you coping right now with it all? What's going on with the lockdown, and how's it affecting your business?
We as an industry, we tend to sort of be a little bit behind the curve because our orders come in and it takes us time to produce work. So coming up to Easter, we were working full pelt. So all the way through, coming in, getting work done, getting everything done. And the guys, the staff here have been amazing. They've worked extremely hard. They knew the situation. They knew that lockdown was happening, but we continued to work. We were allowed to work as a manufacturing industry. The guys can't work from home. They have to run machines. So they need to work in the factory. But we are members of the BPIF. So we took lead from them and did exactly what they asked us to do. The factory is quite large. So for everybody, they can stay at least 2 meters apart. they were basically stand 5 to 10 meters apart, really, because the machines are so big, and the space is huge. So we also changed the shift pattern around a little bit from some of the other staff that work in the office side of the business. Those that could work from home, the sales guys and some of the production guys could work from home, so they went home. And now we're running a skeleton staff. The guys that can work from home again are still working from home. We've furloughed some of the staff because we just don't have the amount of work now. But we're still going, we're still running, we're still working. We have weekly and monthly jobs that we have to do for our clients, mainly magazine publishers that are publishing work. So we're just doing a large job for one of those now. And a lot of our clients are still producing bits and pieces. It's been good.
Yeah, I think as we were saying the other day, things like magazines are probably going okay at the moment and doing quite well because there's no human touch or a human element to it, and it's something people can use in these times of downtime. But how you spoke about the environment and how what you're doing is not affecting the environment, but obviously saving on the environment. What are you doing on those measures?
Yeah, I think 2020 for us was going to be something that we were going to really concentrate on the environment, and we have teamed up with a company to carbon offset and carbon free printing, so that we can offset all the carbon that we produce. So the way that it works basically is the client gives us a job. We then work out how much carbon that is. We offset that amount of money to a charity. The charity that we are putting it to is to clean up the oceans all around the world. So the money that we get from that will go over to again helping the environment in that sense. But also, as a business, we've always used a lot of recycled materials, and all of our waste product, 97% of our waste product is recycled. It always has been. The paper, the metal in the plates, everything that is our waste product is recycled. So it's quite apt really at the moment, looking at the way the world is and all of the conspiracy theories about, is it because we're not driving cars at the sun shining and all of these bits and pieces. But it's close to my heart. It's something that I feel very strongly about, and the team here feel it as well. So it's something that we are putting together as we speak, and we've already joined up with a company to work with that.
Very good. As far as your client base goes, you can serve people all over the world, right? Or UK only, or?
No, we work with people all over the world. We've got clients in Australia. We've got clients in Australia is quite difficult because they come online at about 6 o'clock at night.
Yeah, right.
But we run a shift pattern here, so we work from 6 in the morning until 10 o'clock at night. So we can talk to everybody wherever they might be. So Australia come online, and they're a conferencing company. Right. They've got people all over the world. So the production staff are in Australia. The MD lives in New York. We've got guys in Texas. We've got other guys in Manchester. We've got guys in Brighton that we talk to them. So we work with them all over the world. Yeah. We work with multinational companies. So, we can get stuff delivered wherever it might be. When it needs to be there. So it's multinational. It's easy to get stuff transported all over the place at the moment. So,
I know it was, well. So, but actually on that subject, so as far as Longridge going forward and your plans for the future, once we're out of this, what's next for Longridge? You just obviously continuing the good work you're doing, but any plans for anything?
Yeah, I mean, we've split the company down into sort of 5 parts, which is, trying to offer the services to all of our clients, whatever they might need. The printing part of the business is still our core business. That's what we want to concentrate on more. And we're looking at new digital presses at the moment. We've just been viewing up until the lockdown. We were viewing some new kit because obviously the technology moves on very quickly, and there's some great stuff out there. This year was going to be a big Drupa, which is the biggest exhibition of print, which is held in Germany, which we were due to go to look at some new kit, but that has been postponed this year. until next year. So, that's okay. That's not a problem. We can still see stuff all over this country and, going into Europe. But yeah, we're looking at it. It's just fantastic. I love technology. I love the way that we can look at stuff and go, crikey, 20 years ago, we used to do it like that. And now we can do it like this. It just makes life better. It makes us more efficient. It works with the, as I was saying, the environment, trying to make that better and make us a clean company. But yeah, we're looking to move forward and embrace technology as it goes on. So yeah, we run LIFO and digital at the moment. We run a studio so we can help with artwork and stuff like that. We run a mailing side, so we do direct mail. We mail to, actually we're talking to a company that wants to do direct mail into people's houses at the moment because they feel with the lockdown, it's a great time to be able to get people to look at things that, maybe they wouldn't look at before. People have got time at the moment. So yeah, out of some things that are not great, other things become better. So yeah, variable data is a big part of what we do. I think you and I have spoken many occasions about how variable data can work with and get a better response from a direct mail piece. And we've done some case studies on that. But I think you need to use all kinds of media. You need to use cross media. So you need to get your message across, not only in a printed copy, but also across social media and, across the internet. So, you need to get a broad spectrum of how you market your business. And we want to work with you in that case. So going forward, that's what we're going to do.
Oh, that's good, Mike. I mean, I think that mix of digital and print is the way forward, and they work really well together, and that's really important right now more than any time. So, thanks, mate. Really good to talk to you again. I mean, I've used Longridge Print for some bits and bobs, and I know a lot of people that have used Mike for his services, and I recommend them. They're so professional. The products are amazing. That's Mike Penfold from Longridge Print. Good to see you, mate. Thanks very much for joining us.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.